All right, we got head coach Megan Griffith, senior co-captain Kitty Henderson, career high 24 points tonight in the win. Coach, let's start with an opening statement, and then we'll take questions.
Well, first, I'm just going to say Ball State's a great team. I think Brady does a great job with this group. We've gotten to watch them a lot, obviously, and then in person here, and you can just see from just how their coaching staff is. I think again they're going to win a lot of basketball games, and I was really excited about this. Neither of us wanted to play this game, but I think we were both excited to play this game at the same time. But I was really proud. First half shots weren't falling for us. We weren't getting our first looks, and then we had that one really long segment where we were just going. Everybody was gassed, and I thought we reset after that, especially going into halftime, and came out and went on a monster 18-0 run, largely led by the person to my left over here, Kitty Henderson, who was just a beast today. And just made this was a huge statement game for her. So I'm really proud of our team's effort. Turning them over 17 times. This is a team that takes care of the ball. Really balanced effort, and I thought we just had an answer every time, and we landed the final punch. So happy to build off this one. We got a lot of basketball left in the year, but really, really grateful we were able to come down here and play in this tournament.
Coach, thanks, Coach. We're going to take questions. We're going to start with Jen Hanfield from the Next. If you're not one of our normal media members, just please introduce and identify yourself. Jen, go ahead.
Hey, Meg. Hey, Kitty. Congrats on the win. Meg, let me start with Kitty since you just brought her up. I was looking at her minutes played this whole tournament, 40, 35, and then 38 today, and still have enough gas to lead the team in scoring. How impressive is that to you, and what stood out to you about what you saw from her tonight?
Kitty just never gets tired. I think like their equivalent of that was 0 on their team, and it's just really unique to see two players be able to go at it like that for an entire tournament. She is a really special athlete in that, right? That she can just outlast anybody on the court. So she's just gonna keep going. She doesn't even need to come out. I'll be like, "Who's tired right now?" And she's like, "I'll stay in the game." Like she knows that. It's her strength up here. That's just unteachable. I think you can improve your physical capacity, work capacity, but she's just built different. We're really fortunate that she's our leader because I always say to her, we go as you go, and our team is starting to go as she goes, right? Because she's becoming a demanding leader as well. So really, really proud of her. I thought she was fantastic this whole tournament and excited to see what she does next.
And Kitty, for you. Kitty, you talked in the preseason about how you had a different mindset and you weren't going to be hesitant to score this year, and 24 points, 4 assists tonight. Do you feel like you've found that balance that you were looking for between facilitating and scoring, or what are you still working on in that area if you don't feel like you're there yet?
Yeah, I think it's just early in the game. I need to have like that mindset from the beginning. And honestly, I'm very lucky to have teammates and coaches that continually like tell me that in my ear, like keep looking for you, keep looking for you. And then other things open up from that. So really, I'm just from the start of the game thinking like, where can I get my looks? And then as soon as they come to help, I'm looking for my teammates. So I think just getting that out from the beginning is really important.
And sticking with you, Kitty, looking at the turnovers, you guys only had 10, and playing the third game in 3 days, I think a lot of teams might have had more than that just from, some tired, lapses and things. What'd you see from your team that helped you guys, keep those turnovers down and really be able to go on that 18-0 run that Meg was talking about?
Yeah. No, I'm really proud of how we stuck together. I think there was a couple moments where we could have kind of lost ourselves, but we came together. We looked each other in the eye and we really said, just like, stay controlled, stay with each other. And I think that's really important. I think it's really easy to kind of keep the ball safe when you all want the ball and you're all not afraid of pressure. So I'm really proud of my teammates there.
Meg, just one more for you. You talked a little bit yesterday about the bench production, but to follow up on Moss in particular, are there things you feel like she's, figuring out in this tournament, along that kind of freshman learning curve? Like, are you seeing that develop while you've been in the Bahamas?
Absolutely. She is extremely bright on and off the basketball court. And we talked about what being a confident woman looks like a lot with their team, especially while we were down here in the last couple weeks. And I think, she's got some really great examples in front of her from my staff, my all female coaching staff, to her team leaders and her captains. And I think she's just starting to embrace like who she is and not be afraid to do something that might be wrong, right? That's always a common theme with freshmen and new players is I don't want to look silly. And I think she's gotten over that a little bit, which has allowed her to just play basketball. And she's a great player. There's a reason she represented her national team this past summer and has always been in the mix for that. I just think her best basketball is way ahead of her because I think she's finally honing in on wanting to be a great basketball player. Not that she wasn't super talented before, but you got to have both if you really want to elevate and be elite.
Awesome. Thank you both.
All right, thanks,
Thank you,
Jen.
Jen.
Elijah, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Elijah from the Ball State Daily News. I just have a question for you, Coach. What were you seeing in that 18-0 run that was allowing you guys to really grow that lead?
We talk a lot about stop, score, stop, and I thought we executed that like 2 to 4 minute drill flawlessly in that time. Our pressure, mixing up our pressure, making them think. That's just the mark of understanding like the flow of the game. Doesn't always have to be a trap, right, to make people think. And I felt like we were doing that early and we were getting burned on it. And so I was just really glad that we could adjust that way and show different looks, show some zone, show some zone press or some man press. But again, we just got their guards to think and we put the ball in other people's hands. So, defensively, I thought our game plan was really great, and I'm proud of them for being able to execute that, which led to scores.
All right, thanks, Elijah. Anybody else? One last question. All right. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Kitty.
Thank you. And thank you to the Battle for Atlantis. This was a fantastic tournament. Thank you very much.
Thank you.